Right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Right. So this is the first online and offline class. Guys, online students, can you hear my voice? Am I audible? Kindly please respond in the chat. Please respond in the chat, guys. Please respond in the chat. Am I audible? Respond. Right. So guys, actually right now, both online and offline session is going on here. Okay. So guys, for online students, right now, offline classes are also going on. So here, both online and offline classes are going on. Okay. So kindly, please don't on your videos. Please don't on your videos. Okay. All right. So first, today, what I want to discuss was actually a lot of people are having a little bit doubts regarding what is this NASCOM oriented full stack Java developer program, like who is going to call this full stack developer, and what are the fees details of this concept, like of this course, and how many days it is going to take, what are the modules which we are supposed to cover. All these particular concepts today I'm going to discuss right now. Okay. So guys, for online students, first, let me try to give you an idea about what is this NASCOM oriented full stack Java developer program. And then I'll be answering your queries. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? Please respond in the chat. Okay, so by the end of today's session, whatever the doubts which you are having, all those doubts will be clarified. Up to that particular point, guys, kindly please hold your queries. So after the end of the like today's session, I'll be trying to respond to your queries there. Now, guys, as I'm saying you, this is not like a simple core Java or else advanced Java course. Okay, the concept of this course is, after completing this course, you should be able to develop a project right from the scratch to the end. Okay. So generally, guys, when we are speaking about a Java project, what we require, we require minimum 5 candidates. Like, for example, if you are taking a typical Java project, okay, what we need a person who is capable of doing, writing Java code. We need a person who is capable of designing database, that is database designer. We need a person who is capable of designing UI designer, tester, and build and deployment team. Okay. So guys, again, I'm saying you, by the end of today's session, whatever the doubts which you will be having, it will be cleared. If the doubts are not cleared, you can ask me there. Okay. Up to that, kindly please hold your doubts there. Now, Java code. When you are speaking about Java code, let us try to have a small individual like this, just a small person like this. Okay. Now, he is capable of doing Java code, database designer, UI, tester, and build and deployment team. So typically, if we want to write a Java project, like if we want to develop a project, we required these many individuals. Okay. So if a person is capable of doing all these concepts, like he is capable of writing the Java code, he is capable of designing the database, he is capable of designing the UI of your web page, testing the project, build and deployment, like he can build the project and deploy the project, then he is known as Java full stack developer. Java full stack developer. He is known as Java full stack developer. So right now, what you guys are present here, boss, you want to learn about full stack developing concept. Okay. So guys, actually NASSCOM is something like National Association of Software and Service Companies. What this particular NASSCOM will be doing, NASSCOM will be trying to monitor all the software activities which we are doing in our country. For example, take an example of RBI. RBI is going to monitor all the banking activities which are present in our country. Am I right or wrong? Likewise, NASSCOM is actually non-profitable organization, guys. Non-profitable organization which will be monitoring all the software activities in our country. So what they had observed was a lot of students are completing their academics in per year, like almost like nearly 2 lakh students are coming out, but their academical wise they are okay, but implementation wise they are having a trouble. Are you understanding me, guys, what I'm trying to say here? Guys, before 10 years, if a student is having theoretical knowledge, fine, he will be getting placed. But right now, theoretical knowledge is not at all sufficient. Trust me with this. Theoretical knowledge is not at all sufficient. What you guys should be having was, you should be having an idea about implementing what you have learned. For example, the best, most important concept in Java is object-oriented programming features. If I ask you what is meant by encapsulation, the first question which most of the people will be saying was, sir, encapsulation means wrapping up of data or hiding up of data. That is theory. But how you are implementing your encapsulation concept in your project, that is implementing skills. Am I understandable, guys? Theory, okay, but right now what the people are looking is for implementation skills. So in order to do that, in order to increase that, NASSCOM people has started this a program known as Future Skills Program. That Future Skills Program is not started by Naresh IT, guys. Okay, it is actually a NASSCOM initiative, and they had searched for a lot of institutes which they wants to take into charge, and they had came to Naresh IT. So along with NASSCOM, we are trying to take 2 courses, that is full stack Java developer program and full stack data sciences program. They had offered us a lot of options, but we have chosen these 2. Is it clear, guys? Now in Java, if you are taking full stack course in Java, guys, kindly please go out, speak and come back. Speak and come back, no problem. Don't use mobiles in the classrooms, pretty much damn sure. Okay, now when you are speaking about full stack Java developer modules, guys, these are all the topics which you are supposed to learn. Okay, in Java module, core Java, advanced, MySQL, Spring, Spring Boot, web services, microservices. Just imagine if you are having all these words in your resume, how effectively your resume will be there. Guys, trust me one thing. When you are going to interview, even when we are taking the interview, even we also should be preparing for taking the interview. It's not like only you will prepare. Even we will also prepare to take an interview. Okay. So if your resume is having all these things, trust me, how weightage your CV will be there. Okay. So if you learn all these things, then you can proudly call yourself as a Java full stack developer. Okay. So in Java module, after that, all these are UI modules. UI modules means how effectively you can design your web page. UI modules means how effectively you can design your web page like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular. And after that, testing, DevOps. Guys, right now in the market, these DevOps are having very crucial point, very crucial role. Trust me with this. Okay. What is the use of these DevOps? Generally, I believe you are having an idea about GitHub. Do you listen about GitHub? Did you listen about the word GitHub? Guys, GitHub means generally whenever we are doing the project, there will be like 2 to 3 teams will be there. Whatever the code which we have did, we need to share that code with another team members. So what we'll be trying to do, we'll be trying to share that, upload that code in the GitHub, and we'll be trying to share it. Likewise, for example, if we want to check whether we had written robust code or not, means our code should not be redundant. For example, guys, if I want to print a simple hello world program, I can print that program in 7 lines of code. I can print the same hello world program in 25 lines of code also. Are you getting me? Means the line of code will be increased. So obviously complexity will be more. In order to check that, I should be using Datadog. Like how much complexity your code is having. So likewise, there are different DevOps tools are there. All these modules are supposed to cover in Java full stack developer program. Now, most important question is, how many days it is going to take? Guys, if you learn parallelly in the sense, per day, at least you need to learn 2 courses minimum. I advise you to learn 2 courses. 2 courses in the sense, for example, core Java. Along with core Java, you can learn SQL, that is MySQL, plus UI technologies. For example, guys, I will be your core Java trainer. I'm going to deal with core Java. Okay. So I'm going to complete core Java in 2 months, like below 50 to 55 days. Below 50 to 55 days, I'm going to complete that. In the meantime, for example, today our class started by 9:30. I mean, today is the first class, so I'm taking a little bit more time. Why? Because everyone should be joining it. Okay. So every day our class will start by 9:30, 9:35, below 9:40. Okay. From 9:30 to below 11 o'clock, I'll be trying to close the session. Likewise, 1.5 hour session every day up to 50 to 55 days, I'll be trying to complete this core Java. In the meantime, you need to learn MySQL and UI modules. Am I understandable, guys? Like some other faculty will be trying to take that. And whenever we are completing core Java within 2 months, if you are completing MySQL and UI modules, then trust me, advanced Java will be very easy for you. Advanced Java. See, guys, I can understand most of the people may or may not have an idea about what are the topics which were present in core Java, what are the topics which were present in advanced Java, all those concepts. Okay. See, for example, these are most important topics which we are supposed to have an idea about in core Java. Not only these, along with this, a lot of other topics are also there. Okay. Now, when you're coming to advanced Java, in advanced Java, you will be having 3 topics, guys. JDBC, that is Java Database Connectivity. I repeat, JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Second one is servlets. Servlets means how you are supposed to write your business logic. Third one is JSP, Java Server Pages. JSPs are used to create web pages. Web pages, guys, dynamic web pages. For example, let us take Naresh IT only. Let us take this Naresh IT. Okay. Now in this website, if you are going with Naresh IT website, you are having these, all the designs are there, right? Like for example, the slides are going on CSS like this. Are you understanding me, guys? This is actually done with the help of CSS. So before going to advanced Java, if you have already covered these UI modules and MySQL means database, guys. Database queries will be there. Am I understandable, guys? Database queries. What is JDBC? JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. I told you, right? So whenever you are connecting your Java program to the database, you need to have an idea about queries, MySQL queries. So by the end of this core Java only, if you are already completed this MySQL, then advanced will be easy. I hope you're understanding me, right? Likewise, core Java, within 2 months, you should be having an idea about core, MySQL and UI technologies. After that, after completing core Java only, advanced Java session will be started. After completing core, advanced Java will be started. Advanced Java will be taking nearly 2 months. It will be taking nearly 2 months, like below 50 to 55 days. Okay. After completing advanced, then along with Spring Core, you can learn testing modules also. So remaining concepts will be completed below 2 to 3 months. As simple as this. When all this is possible, if you can learn parallelly. Sir, I want to attend only one class in a day. Then it is going to take a lot of time. I'm saying you guys, for example, sir, I'll take only one class. That is, I'll take only core Java. I cannot attend MySQL in a day. Then it is going to take more time, maybe like 9 to 10 months, I guess. 9 to 10 months. But I don't recommend that. So try to take parallelly, guys. Okay. So each modules will be discussed with you with their concerned faculties. For example, after completing core Java, if I'm available, like if I'm free, I'll be trying to take advance. After completing advance, if I'm available, I'll be trying to take Spring Core. Are you getting me, guys? Likewise. So if I'm not available, one more the best faculty will be coming and they will be trying to take that particular course, right? So time factor, guys, please keep 6 months of time. It is not going to complete within 1 month or 2 months. Sorry to say that. No, not at all possible. Only core Java only is going to take 2 months of time minimum. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Okay. So after completing this, all these 6 months of course, then what you will be getting, you will be getting 2 certificates, guys. 2 certificates. One is Naresh IT along with NASSCOM co-branded certificate, means these students have done this full stack Java developer course in Naresh IT. You will be getting a certificate like that. And second one is NASSCOM skill certificate. Guys, that is very, very important certificate. In order to get that NASSCOM skill certificate, you need to write an exam, like an online exam will be there. Okay. Whatever the topics which we have discussed in the class, in the same topics, those people will be trying to conduct an exam, online exam. So if you clear that, you will be getting that certificate, NASSCOM certificate. And by the end of this particular course, we'll be trying to give you a project, guys, capstone project. What is actually this capstone project, guys? Capstone project in the sense, when we are dealing with our real-time projects in our companies, we will be trying to use some terminologies like agile model, V model, SDLC mechanisms. So we'll be trying to create an environment in the class such that Before you are getting placed in a company, you will be having an idea about how that particular project will be going on. Am I understandable, guys? Don't think like this is like your academical project. No, 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 no. Not exactly like an academical project. In academics, like you will be doing a project, right? Are you getting me? We'll be doing a project. This project will not be like that. We'll be trying to create an environment such that we'll be dividing the teams. We'll be dividing the teams and we'll be trying to give you the tasks. We'll be just creating an environment in our Naresh IT, how in real world that particular project environment will be there. Likewise. And with the help of that, we'll be trying to give you that capstone project. And then finally, placement assistance. Guys, Naresh IT is literally having HR department is there. This is not the words which I'm saying you. Literally, mark my words, trust me. Why I'm saying you this? Because generally for every 2 to 3 months, guys, listen. This is important actually. Generally, for every 2 to 3 months, we will be conducting an online screening test for the people, not only like full stack people, for the people who had done courses in Naresh IT. 70%, 70 to 75% completed people, they can write that online screening test. If you got cleared in that online screening test, your placement is our responsibility. No need to pay a single rupee also. Trust me with this. We are having a dedicated placement team. Dedicated placement team, guys. Okay. So companies will be coming. Companies in the sense like, don't think like normal companies. TCS is there, our clients. TCS is there. Cognizant is there. Capgemini is there. Broadridge is there. Trinity is there. Along with these main MNCs companies, small companies are also there. So every week, Saturday, we'll be having this placement drives will be there. I mean, for the people who have completed the syllabus. So regarding placement thing, placement assistance, we will be there for you. We'll be there for you. Okay. So this is an overall idea about what is this NASSCOM oriented Java developer program. And some people may have a doubt, right? Sir, are we supposed to take parallel classes? I told you, right? Like if you are taking parallel classes, then that would be good. Guys, see, if you want to take a single class per day, you can take, but it is going to take more time. Minimum 8 to 9 months it's going to take. So you can do this, like you can learn 2 courses in a day. So if it is taking fine for you, I advise you at least try to learn 2 courses per day. Don't go for 3. No. I don't recommend. Don't go for 3. 2 courses per day, enough. More than enough. Am I understandable, guys? So this is regarding NASSCOM course. All these particular modules will be covered in your this 6 months of the time. Okay. So I will be dealing with core Java. I'm going to deal with core Java, and you are interacting with Kishan. My name is Kishan. I'll be your core Java trainer for coming 50 to 55 days of our class. Now, regarding this NASSCOM, anyone is having any doubts? Please feel free to ask me now regarding this NASSCOM. And remaining batches like when HTML will be started, CSS, MySQL, after starting, like after going with this core Java, like within 20 to 25 days. Actually, right now, demo sessions are going on. Okay. So these demo sessions, according to the management, they will be saying that maybe 4 to 5 days of demo sessions will be there. But according to me, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start our regular sessions. According to me, I'll not waste time, guys. Okay. So HTML, other parallel classes, they are going to start after 20 to 25 days of time. Other classes, and you will be having a demos, guys. You will be having the demos. The concerned faculty will be trying to give the demos, and your flexible timing will be there. For example, 9:30 is our core Java session, right? So HTML you may have by 4 o'clock, or else 2 o'clock, or else 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Different timings will be there. According to your timing, you can join. Is it clear? Now, if you're having any doubts, please ask me, guys. Any doubts regarding this NASCOM thing? Guys, feel free to ask me, please. Go ahead. Online students. Right. Online students, guys, is it clear for everyone? Is it clear? I'm going with the next topic. Kindly please respond in the chat. Yes. 2 classes same day, it is going to appear. I mean, it's going to occur. No problem. Because not exactly. Those will not be covered here. Because. Okay. All right, guys. Let us go with our core Java. Now, guys, today I'm not going to deal anything regarding technical. What I want you to observe today was, as I told you, I am going to deal with core. I am going to deal with core Java. Okay. So what I want you to observe is, I want you to concentrate only for today, like whether you are able to understand my accent or not. If I'm fast, tell me I'll be slow. If I'm slow, tell me I'll be fast. As simple as this. Okay. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? So let us start our session. So as I told you, please take it, please take it. Yes. So guys, as I told you, I will be your core Java trainer for coming 50 to 55 days. And my class is like a two-way communication. I need answers from both offline students and online students also. Through, guys, online students, you need to answer me through chat, okay? Offline students, you need to answer me. Am I clear, guys? So it's not like I'll be coming, I'll be explaining, I'll be going. No, interaction will be there. In my sessions, interaction should be there. Okay, right. So let us start here. So guys, as I told you, today I'm going to give you an idea about the topics which I'm going to cover in core Java, right? So the first topic will be something like Java introduction. Java introduction. Now, guys, when you're speaking about Java introduction, what we need to have an idea about was, in Java, there are 3 basic programming elements are there. There are 3 basic programming elements are there. What are those? First one is class. Second one is interface. Third one is enum. Okay. Now these 3 are basic Java programming elements. Now, why we will be calling these as basic Java programming elements? Because, guys, listen to me, please, concentrate. Because without using a class or an interface or an enum, you cannot write a Java program. If you want to write a Java program, 100%, we need to use either class or an interface or an enum. Without these 3, we cannot write a Java program. Sir, what is a class? What is an interface? What is an enum? At what scenarios we need to use this? We'll be trying to understand, guys. We'll be in our coming classes, we'll be trying to understand that. But what I want you to get was, if anyone wants you to write a Java program, without these, you cannot write a Java program. That is the exact reason These are known as basic Java programming elements. For example, take an example of cricket. If we want to play cricket, what are the basic apparatus which we required? Ball and bat. Ball and bat. Without bat and ball, can we play cricket? No, we cannot. Guys, are you understanding me? In the same manner, in a Java, like in our Java programming language, if we want to write a program, 100% we need to use 100%. Blindly remember, either class or an interface or an enum. Without these, we cannot write a program. We cannot write a Java program. So what is a class? What is an interface? What is an enum? Yeah, we'll be discussing that. That is not at all a trouble. Now, before going for how to write a class, guys, I want to tell you one thing. Whenever you are learning a new programming language, one more time. Whenever you are learning a new programming language, always terminologies are very, very important. Terminologies, guys. For example, without knowing the terminologies, we will not be able to understand what I am saying. So I strongly advise you, kindly please remember the terminologies what I'm saying. Okay. So right now, how many basic programming elements are there in Java? Respond. How many? 3. What are those? Class, interface, and an enum. What is that class, interface, enum? We'll be discussing that. Don't worry. Now, you should be having an idea about how to write a class, right? For any language, guys, for any language, there are some rules which we need to follow. Am I right? For example, I'm going to write something like I love Java. Is it visible? Can I write like that? Is it an English sentence? No, I cannot write like that. Why I cannot write like that, sir? If that is a sentence, what we should be having? We should be having space. And I should be starting with capital letter, like that. And by the end of the sentence, you should be having a period. Likewise. And of course, Java is a noun, so starting with capital letter. Likewise. Now this is correct. Am I understandable, guys? Grammatically it is correct, or syntactically it is correct. What is the word I just used? Syntactically. So in our Java programming language, guys, if we want to write a class or an interface or an enum, basically, literally anything in our language, in our Java language, if we want to write anything, we need to follow syntax. What we need to follow? Syntax. What is actually syntax, guys? What do you mean by syntax? Some rules and regulations which we need to follow. Am I clear? Now I want to give the syntax of SYNTX. I want to give the syntax of a class. Okay, kindly please observe here. First I'll be writing access modifier. After that class. After that class name. Like this, and open braces, close braces. Sir, what is an access modifier? I will tell you. Trust me, I'll tell you. For example, now I want to give you, guys, 2AC, 3AC, sleeper class, general compartment. What are these? Tell me. I mean, by seeing that, we can say that those are train journey tickets. Am I right or wrong? Like first AC, second AC, third AC, sleeper class, and general compartment ticket, right? So with the help of these tickets, if we are having tickets only, point number one, we can board the train, or else we cannot. So what are the use of these tickets? You know, these tickets provides us access to the train. Am I right or wrong? These tickets will provide access into the train. For example, if you are having second AC ticket, you cannot go and board in the first AC. Why? Because your restriction, you are having a restriction that you need to enter only into second AC compartment. Am I right or wrong? Guys, listen. Yes or no? In the same manner, in the exactly same manner, in our Java also, settle down please. In our Java also, we will be having 4 access modifiers. How many are there? Respond. How many are there? 4. 4 access modifiers are there. 4. Guys, if you want to write running notes, kindly please write running notes. Okay. In these, after the completion of these demo sessions, I'll be trying to give you the notes, not right now. Whatever the topics which I'm discussing right now, I'll be discussing again. Like once we now started with our classes, I'll be trying to discuss with the help of a notes. But I advise you write the running notes, no problem. Okay. Now, how many types of access modifiers are there? 4. How many basic Java programming elements are there? 3. What are those? Class, interface, and then enum. Now, when you're coming to access modifiers, there are 4 access modifiers are there. Those are public, I repeat, public, private, protected, and default. 4 access modifiers are there. 4 guys, 4. What are those? Public, private, protected, and default. 4 types of access modifiers are there. Am I clear? Now, guys, can you give me an example of a Java class? First, I need to write an access modifier, right? Can I write like this? Public. After that, what I need to write? Class. After that, what I need to write? Class name. Let me write class name as something like demo, DMO, demo, and then open braces, close braces. Now that is the syntax of a class. I mean, example of a class. Am I understandable, guys? This is the way how we need to write a Java class. This is the exact way how we need to write a Java class. Now, guys, shall we check the syntax of an interface? Yes? Let's go. Interface. Any idea? Any suggestions? First, what I need to write? Come on, go ahead. First, what I need to write? Access modifier, modifier, access modifier. After that, class or interface? Interface. Let me write interface. Okay. Expand interface, interface. Then interface name, interface, interface name, and then open braces and close braces. Open braces and close braces. Like that. This is the syntax of an interface. Can you give me an example for interface? Why not? Public, interface, interface, interface name. Let me go with like demo, or else any name, open braces, close braces. This is the example of an interface. This is the example of an interface. Guys, can you tell me how to write an enum, please? What is the syntax of an enum? Please help me out. Please. Come on. Access modifier, access modifier, modifier, access modifier. After that, enum. That is a keyword, by the way. Enum. After that, enum name, enum name, and enum name, and then open braces and close braces. So this is the syntax of an enum. Now, okay, access modifier, I want to go with like public. Let me make it like this. Public, 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 enum name. Let me go with like enum name and then open braces and close braces. That's it. These are three basic programming elements. Inside a class, what we can write, inside an interface, what we can write, enum. I'll explain you guys. I'll explain you, no issues. But as of now, if anyone asks you how to write a class or what is the syntax of a class, can you explain? Can you say yes or no? What is the syntax of a class? Access modifier, class name, open braces and close braces. Access modifiers. How many types of access modifiers are there? 4. What are those? Public, private, protected and default. So inside a class, what we can write, what we can use for a class, what is a Java method and everything, we'll be trying to discuss these topics in our tomorrow's class. Don't even think to miss tomorrow's class, guys. Tomorrow's class, make tomorrow's class as a basic class for your entire Java career. Mark my words. Mark my words. Tomorrow's class is very, 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 very important. Am I understandable, guys? So right now, you know what is the syntax of a class. You know what is the syntax of an interface. You know what is the syntax of an enum. What we can write inside a class, interface and enum, we'll be discussing in our coming classes. As of now, no issues. So all these particular topics, we are going to have an idea in Java, structure of Java application here. In Java introduction, what we'll be discussing, in Java introduction, I'll be trying to discuss like before Java, what is there? Basically, what is the first name of our Java programming language, guys? In academics, we'll be learning that Oak is the first name, but as a matter of fact, not Oak, Greentalk. What is the word? Greentalk. The first name of our Java programming language is Greentalk. Now, what is the first extension of Java? For example, if you are having image files, what is the extension of your image files? .jpeg or else .png. Yes or no? In the same manner, what is the extension of our Java program? .java. But before that, what is the first extension? .gt. After that, it has been changed to .java. And who invented Java? What is why they had invented Java? At what scenarios they had invented Java? All those particular topics we are going to cover under Java introduction. And when you're coming to structure of Java application, if you are taking a Java program, what you can write inside a program, like you already know how many basic Java programming elements are there? 3 inside a class. 3 inside a Java class. What you can write? We can write variables, we can write methods, we can create objects, we can write blocks. All these concepts, like what is a variable, what is a method, what is a block, what is an object, what is the use of an object, all these particular concepts we'll be covering, guys. Kindly please wait until that particular topic is completed. Okay, so those type of things will be covered under structure of Java application. After that, what is JVM? That is actually Java virtual machine. What is the use of JVM? How many memory areas are there in JVM? What is actually heap memory? And what is a PC registers? We'll be trying to cover that. In Java buzzwords, when you're coming to Java buzzwords, for example, guys, as a freshers, when I am taking interviews, if I ask a question like, why you are trying to choose your career as a Java developer? If I ask a question like this, what is your answer? Are you going to say that, sir, my friend has suggested me, so I'm going? My brother has suggested me, I'm going? No, don't say like that. Sir, I'm going to get huge salary as a Java developer. Even though that is correct, but you should not say like that. Okay. So what we need to say, like, sir, Java is robust. Java is highly interpreted. Java is purely object oriented. Java is multi-threaded. Java is simple. Is likewise, there are some words buzzwords which we need to defend our programming choice. For example, some people here, they are, fans of some movies. For example, take for me as an example. Sir, what is your favorite movie? I'll say that my favorite movie is horror movie is there, Oculus is there, one movie. I'll say that I like Oculus movie. Why you like that movie? I'll say something according to that movie. Are you understanding me, guys? I will defend my choice. I like that movie because likewise. So you are choosing your career as a Java developer because Java is easy. Java is robust. Almost 3 million devices work in Java. Java is evergreen. Trust me with this. If I say this word, trust me, guys. Generally, let me tell you one thing. Before 10 to 15 years, people are trying to, they are deciding whether they need to choose a career as a Java developer or a PHP developer. PHP. Why? Because before 10 to 15 years, PHP is in very good boom. Right now, PHP gone. Right now, people are trying to decide about like Java or Python. Trust me. If I say this, trust me. Guys, Java, whatever the path which you have chosen, it will never get old. But one point I want to say you. People will be saying that Java is an ocean. I'm not saying no for that. I'm not at all saying no. You need to learn more. You need to learn more in Java. But for example, if you're trying to catch fish in a pond, how many fish you can catch? Maybe like 10,000. Okay. In a pond, in a small pond. If you're trying to catch fish in an ocean, how many you can catch? Do you have any number for that? In the same manner, jobs. Exactly the same manner. Guys, if you are choosing your career as a Java developer, trust me, you have chosen a very, very nice, like you have taken a good decision, but hard work. Hard work. Generally, our parents will be saying that do 7th class very nicely, your life will be good. Do 10th class exams very nicely, your life will be good. Intermediate, engineering exams. But guys, I've been there from your shoes. I came from there only. If you can work hard for 6 months, I can promise you a career. Trust me with this. I can promise you a career, but hard work. Hard work in the sense, not like coming to the classes, listening to the classes, going there, playing games. No, not that. Hard work in the sense, until you got your job, don't relax. Come to the classes. In the classes, I'll be giving you the tasks. I'll be giving you the work. I'll be trying to give the tasks, guys. Whatever the tasks which I'm giving, you need to do that. Along with that, do more practice also. I will tell you where you are supposed to practice. So if you can do that, then only your dream will come true. As simple as this. Am I clear, guys? So likewise, every day, guys, one thing I can promise you in my class, there will not be any lagging. There will not be any lagging. Every day we will learn a new topic. Damn sure. Every day we learn a new topic. So don't miss the classes. Don't miss the classes. Whatever the topics which I'm trying to do you, like whatever the tasks which I'm trying to give you, kindly please do those tasks. Starting you may find a little bit tough. Why? Because guys, lot of my students are non-IT and non-CSE people. As a matter of fact, a lot of my students are non-IT and non-CSE people. But do you know what? They will be getting new jobs. I mean, a lot of jobs there. Okay. So don't think like, sir, we are from mechanical background. We are from other background. We don't know programming language. Are we going to survive in Java? For this question, today is Monday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, I'm going to ask the same question. Can you survive in Java? I am going to ask you that question on Friday. up to Friday, every day, come to the classes, listen to the classes, what I'm saying you, and Friday answer me the question. I challenge you. Friday answer me the question, like whether you can survive in Java or not. I'm going to ask the same question on Friday. I'm not going to say that, guys, Java is easy, Java you can survive. No. First, I'll explain the concepts. Tomorrow, I told you the basic class is there for you for entire your Java career. Whatever the topics which I explained in tomorrow's class, I'll try to extend those on Wednesday. Are you understanding me? Tuesday, we are going to cover a topic. Wednesday, we are going to cover a topic which requires knowledge on Tuesday's class. Thursday, I'm going to cover a topic which requires knowledge on Tuesday, Wednesday also. Friday, I'm going to give you the tasks. If you can do the tasks, you will be getting the answer for your question, whether you can survive as a Java developer or not. What I'm asking is, come to the class, listen to the class, then you will be getting the answer for you, like whether you can survive in Java or not. Likewise. So all these topics, guys, all these topics, each and every topic we'll be trying to cover in depth, in detail, every day. In depth, in detail, we'll be trying to cover, and I'll be trying to give you the tasks. I will be giving you the tasks. So actually, I'm going to train you like you don't know anything. I'm going to think like that. My students does not know anything. So what I need to do, what I will be doing, I will be starting teaching right from the scratch. Right from the basic, I'm going to teach you. For example, if some IT students are already present there, but sir, I want to go a little bit more. No, you need to wait until that particular topic has been covered. Am I understandable here, guys? Am I clear? Now, this is all the topics which I'm supposed to cover in our core Java sessions. Now, online students, guys, is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? Guys, kindly please respond. Respond in the chat, please. Guys, respond. Ashwin, that is actually a good decision. That is a good decision. Ashwin. Yes, Sharma, this regarding that, you need to have an idea about, you need to make a call and idea about like whether the recording sessions will be provided or not. Recording sessions will be given only for the demo classes. Recording sessions will be given only for the demo classes, guys. Okay. Yeah, Shrutika, you can apply for a software engineer. Pretty much damn sure. So guys, please check this. I just want to show you a small thing. Generally, guys, after, guys, listen, please. After completion of my batches, like my once, for example, after 2 months, your batch will be completed, right? What I'll be trying to do, what I'll be saying to my students, after you got placed, keep me a message, give me a mail. I'll be saying to them like that. Just yesterday, I got this mail from one of our student. Can you see this? Yes, Infosys. This is just an example. And the beauty is, he did not even complete full stack. He did not complete full stack, guys. After completing core and advanced, he went to interview. He got placed. This is just one success story. Likewise, all these are different students who had got placed. A lot of other students are also there. I mean, in the meantime, I'll try to show you. So what I'm trying to say is, don't think like only after 6 months you are supposed to apply for interview. No. After advance, apply for jobs. Apply for jobs, no problem. After advance only, start applying for jobs. If you are good in core and advance, who knows, you will be getting placed. Are you understanding me, guys? So these are the topics which I'm going to discuss in our sessions. Okay. And every day, guys, for this core Java, what I'll be trying to do, I'll be trying to create a Google Classroom. Okay. Whatever after the registrations are done, most probably next week, Wednesday, most probably next week, Wednesday, once these registrations are done, I'll be trying to create a Google Classroom. We will be adding you into that Google Classroom. So whatever the PPT which I'm having, that PPT, everyday notes, whatever the things, for example, let me show you. This is the notes which I have given in the Paint. Whenever I'm explaining, I had given in the Paint. And this Paint, along with this Paint, that notes also. The topic related to that, the notes related to the topic. I'll be trying to upload it in the Google Classroom. Are you understanding me, guys? Every day, what we have discussed in the class, I'll be trying to use Paint actually. Okay. Whatever the topics which I have discussed in the class, and whatever the notes which is related to that, I'll be trying to upload that in the Google Classroom so that our time will not be wasted here writing the notes. What you are supposed to, you need to go to your places and try to write that notes in your notes. Try to get the notes from the Google Classroom and try to write it in your notes. And programs, whatever the programs which I'm giving you, programs I will not upload. Programs I want you to write the code. I want you to write, okay, every day. So guys, in our classroom, what is your work? You need to write the code which I'm giving you. You need to do the tasks which I'm giving you. And theoretical content, I'll try to upload it in the Google Classroom. You can get it from online. As simple as it is. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? So if you are going like this, then happily we'll be able to complete our core Java sessions. Okay. So guys, regarding, as I told you, as of now, I'll be dealing with core Java, UI modules, MySQL, other faculties will be there. After completing 20 to 25 days of core Java, then UI modules will going to start. Why? Because how many students are there, how many strength is there, and basing upon your timing, they are going to start a new batch. As simple as it is. So Chetan, you're asking me, sir, can I attend the class till Friday as Friday? Chetan, no. Attend the class. Don't miss the classes. Don't miss the classes, please. Okay. Mohan, sir, I'm doing part-time job. I also want to change and develop my skills. Job starts at 10 a.m. daily, so I can get the recorded. Mohan, you need to have a word with the admin person. They'll be speaking with you. Okay, Mohan, they'll be trying to speak with you. All right, guys. Now, before trying to close my session, let me ask you, guys, the way which I'm explaining, are you able to understand? My accent, is it okay for everyone? Is it okay, guys? Online students, please respond in the chat. Please respond in the chat, please. Please respond. I request you, please respond in the chat. Okay. Okay. Very good, guys. So, guys, one thing I'm saying you, tomorrow, we are going to have a basic idea about a Java program. So, whatever the works you are having, postpone it. Why? Because if you are not understanding tomorrow's class, you will not understand Wednesday's class. If you did not understand Wednesday's class, you will not understand Thursday and Friday. So you will not be getting the answer for your question, whether you can survive in Java or not. I'm not asking you more, guys. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, attend the classes. Friday, you will be getting the answer for your question. Am I clear with this? That's it, guys. That's it for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. That's it for today. And tomorrow we are going to start our session by 9:30. So kindly please come to the classes early. And regarding the fees, guys, this is important. Actually, I forgot. I'm sorry to say that. Regarding the fees, guys, generally this NASSCOM full stack course fees will be 30,000. But right now they are providing it to you for 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. Complete all the courses. I'm not speaking only about core, by the way, guys. All these courses, all these modules, they will be trying to provide you for 12,000. And honestly speaking, guys, actually I will be dealing with core Java also. Okay, like only separate core Java, like not I'm not speaking about full stack. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? I'll be dealing only with core Java module. For my classes, they are going to charge 6,000 rupees only for core. Only for core. Okay, so right now you are getting that complete package like core Java, advanced, MySQL, all these concepts in 12,000. So honestly speaking, I think it's a good deal. Anyways, that is regarding your financial situations. So you can just think about it and take a good decision. Okay. But I don't know whether you will be taking this or not, but up to Friday, don't miss the class. Why? Because you should be having an idea, guys, like whether you can survive in Java or not. Up to Friday, no need to pay a single rupee. Come to the classes, listen to the classes and get the answer for the question. Is it clear? That's it, guys. That's it for the day. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's a wrap for the day. Thank you very much. Meghraj, you're asking live support for one project. You need to contact with the management, Meghraj. Okay. You need to contact with the management.